going on, ladies and gentlemen? Realized I never really told anybody anything about myself, at least not on this channel. So I figured, why not give you guys a story from my time in Afghanistan? About 11 years ago, I was in Afghanistan. I was involved in the push through Sangin. So our entire platoon came together. It's the first time we've seen each other in a couple of months. We were combat engineers, so usually we get split up and we get tasked out to different grunts or to different positions. Majority of the time it sucks. Not gonna lie. Anyways, first time we've seen each other in about 3 months. We're all dirty, we all smell, but we're all happy to see one another, so we immediately start getting to work. Everybody was given out separate tasks. Mine and another individual's task was to put up the wire around the fob. Once we hit that 3/4 mark, we started to get shot at. Everybody at this point is used to it, so we all react accordingly. Me and him, realizing that we're out in the open, decide we need to move towards cover and concealment. So we start booking it back towards the fob. Unfortunately, all of a sudden I hear him, "Bah!" He made just like this goofy noise. I turn around and I look, and I can't see the lower half of his body. And I see his upper half, and he's just flat out laid down. So I go running over thinking something terrible happened. And I see him trying to scrounge and trying to pull himself up. And once I get closer, I notice that from, I would say, his belly button down, he's submerged in the sand. I've never seen anything like this before, so I'm a little freaked out, thinking he's going to fall. I jump down. I'm now laying prone. I give him my dominant arm, my right arm. He grabs onto it and screaming, "Pull me up." I take one look at him, I'm like, dude, I can't be two idiots standing out in the open. That's a good goddamn way to get hurt. So with my off arm, in a move of sheer brilliance, I start firing back. I'm not hitting anything. It's a rifle. You need 2 arms to hold that thing steady. So, gun's bouncing all over. I'm still pulling the trigger like an idiot. He's screaming that you're not hitting anything. I'm like, I know. It's to make them duck. I say this whole story like it took an exorbitant amount of time. This was maybe 30 seconds. Within 30 seconds, our trucks pull up. They see 2 guys laying on the ground. They assume the worst. And they pull up and they surround us so the doc could come out and take a look at us. As soon as they surround us, and I realize that we have decent cover, I stand up, I rip him onto the ground. And after making sure he was okay, I sent him over to the MAT V. I jumped into the MRAP and I took up the 50 cal. And once everything was said and done, we headed back into the base. My sergeant came over, gave me a quick look over, asked if I was okay, which of course I was. He then told me that I needed to get back to work. I went and grabbed my dude. He's standing outside the MAT V in his boxers, in a green skivvy shirt. So I go, "What are you doing?" And he takes one look at me and he shakes his head. I'm like, what's wrong? He points inside the truck, and in there is his cami pants, his cami blouse, and his boots. And I'm saying, like, dude, they're covered in muck. Get over it. Come on, we got more work to do. He shakes his head and he goes, "Smell it." I roll my eyes. I take a smell. That was not muck. That was dookie. That was putrid, rancid, poop. We walk back out there and we take a look at what he fell in. I mean this in the nicest way possible. Afghanistan is third world as hell. There's no electricity. There's no running water. Certainly no indoor plumbing. So what they had to do is they had to build outhouses. And this was a former farmers' commune. Meaning that there was a bunch of people all living together, all staying together, working the land. Once the land goes south, that's it. You need to pack up, you need to move. Their land went south, and at some point we came in. The reason I'm mentioning all this was my boy managed to find this shithole. Fell straight goddamn into it. They probably just loosely covered it with dirt, not really caring. It's not that uncommon. Either way, hope you guys got a little kick out of it. Maybe I'll do some more stories in the future. In all honesty, my life's not terribly interesting. I'm sure as hell not going to become one of those storytime YouTubers. That sounds like that's a lot of work to either make up a story or think of a rather interesting one. Screw that. But I'll pepper these in here and there. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well. Take care.